This is BBC One, now the news, with Sophie Raworth.
Tonight at 10, new footage from inside the bar in Switzerland as fire broke out on New Year's Eve, leaving at least 40 dead. The blaze engulfed the basement bar in just minutes. It was packed with teenagers and young people. Families are still desperately searching for news of their children, almost 2 days after the tragedy. 16-year-old Arthur is one of the missing. His mother says this photo was taken 2 hours before he left for the party.
Ça fait 40 heures. 40 heures que nous
It's been 40 hours, she says, since our children went missing. 40 hours during which no parent knows whether their child is alive or dead. Also tonight, a major search operation is underway off the East Yorkshire coast after a number of people got into difficulty in stormy seas.
In the last few minutes, police have said that one man has died after being pulled from the water here, but meanwhile the search goes on for 2 others who are still missing.
President Trump warns Iran he will come to the rescue of anti-government protesters if security forces open fire on them. The Chinese car maker BYD, which stands for Build Your Dreams, overtakes Tesla as the world's biggest seller of electric vehicles.
Top to be so prolific on doubles in the match.
And he has done it again. The teenager Luke Littler goes through to his 3rd successive World Darts Championship final. He's only 18.
On BBC London, drivers of electric vehicles will have to pay the congestion charge for the first time as the daily rate increases for all motorists.
Good evening. Officials in Switzerland say the fire that devastated a bar in the Swiss ski resort of Crans-Montana in the early hours of yesterday morning was probably caused by sparklers attached to champagne bottles. At least 40 people have died and 119 have been injured. Almost half of them are now being treated for severe burns in specialist hospital units across Europe. None of the victims have been formally identified. Almost 48 hours later, many families are still desperately searching for information about their children, not knowing if they are alive or dead. Our correspondent Sarah Rainsford reports now from Crans-Montana. Sarah Rainsford with the latest there from Crans-Montana. Thank you. A major search and rescue operation is underway in heavy seas off the coast of East Yorkshire after a number of people got into trouble this afternoon. Police have tonight just said that one man was pulled from the sea but later died. The search for 2 others is ongoing. Our North of England correspondent Danny Savage joins us now from Withensea. Danny. Well, the Met Office is warning that the freezing conditions currently blanketing the UK could last into the weekend and beyond. A number of amber severe weather warnings for snow and several yellow warnings for snow and ice are in place. The most severe conditions will be in Scotland, where several centimetres of snow have already fallen. More is expected. There are warnings of power cuts and vehicles becoming stranded. Louise Hosey reports. Iranian officials have warned the United States against interference after President Trump said the US would come to the rescue if anti-government protesters were fired on. Several people have been killed after days of unrest and mass demonstrations sparked by worsening economic conditions in Iran. The protests are the biggest internal threat to Iranian authorities in years. Here's Paul Adams. Tom Bateman in Washington. Thank you. Tesla has lost its position as the world's biggest seller of electric vehicles. The Chinese car maker BYD is now in top spot after its sales rose by nearly 28% last year to 2.2 million. Its American rival, owned by Elon Musk, saw its car sales drop to 1.6 million in the same period. Theo Leggett reports. Renewable energy produced a record amount of electricity in the UK in 2025, according to BBC analysis. The new data confirms just how central renewable power has become to our electricity supply, providing at least half the UK's power on roughly 1 in 3 days last year. Here's our climate editor, Justin Rolat. Justin Rolat with that analysis. Police in Nigeria say the driver of a car carrying the British boxer Anthony Joshua that was involved in a fatal crash in Nigeria has been charged with reckless and dangerous driving. The former heavyweight world boxing champion was injured after the car he was in hit a parked truck on a busy Nigerian highway on Monday. 46-year-old Adeniyi Mobilaji Kayode was driving the boxer and his two friends, who both died. The FTSE 100 share index in the London Stock Exchange climbed above 10,000 points for the first time this morning before dropping back slightly. The record high is good news for those with savings or pensions invested in shares, but it's not a direct measure of the UK's economic performance, as most of the companies in the index earn a significant share of their revenues overseas. From today, all children in the UK between the ages of 12 to 18 months can now be offered a vaccine against chickenpox for the first time on the NHS. It will be combined with the existing MMR jab. Children up to the age of 6 can catch up on doses when invited. Our health correspondent Catherine Burns reports. He has done it again. The 18-year-old darts sensation Luke Littler is through to the final of the World Darts Championship after beating Ryan Searle in the semi-finals. Last year, Littler became a household name when the then 17-year-old won the championship for the first time. Matt Graveling reports. Anything can, Matt, thank you. Now, it's one of the most anticipated films of 2026. Hamnet, based on the award-winning novel by Maggie O'Farrell, tells the story of William Shakespeare and his wife Agnes and the tragic events that inspired Shakespeare's Hamlet. Lizo Mazimba has been talking to one of the film's stars, Jessie Buckley. Let's have a look at the weather now. Ben Rich is here. One word, really, cold.
Yeah, absolutely, Sophie. A cold weekend awaits. But another word, snow, for some parts of the UK. We've seen that, the ongoing risk of ice, and it is going to feel really cold. Sophie.
Ben, thank you. That's it from us. It is time now for the news where you are. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.
Thank you, Sophie, and welcome to BBC London. Good evening, I'm Sonia Jessup. From today, and for the first time, drivers of electric vehicles will have to pay the congestion charge. And for most other motorists, the charge has gone up for the first time in 5 years.